Well, it's that time of the month once again where we welcome Sorup Roy to join us, the founder and CEO of ASEANAffairs, for ASEAN Roundup. And a lot happening at the beginning of the year already. We've had the chairmanship being handed over from Thailand to Vietnam. And there's a lot more than that, actually. I understand there's talk once again that it's not just about ASEAN, but ASEAN.
Okay.
So let's start with this, because the most recent issue of ASEANAffairs talks a lot about the emergence of China and India as the potential to integrate with ASEAN. You see this actually happening?
Yes, indeed. You know, I mean, when ASEAN, as the 10 nation, you know, in the last decade, there's been talk of only one economy in the world. It's China, right?
If we actually talk about a test for ASEAN's competitiveness, which is another story running in the most recent issue, this rise of China, of course, it doesn't just put trembles in European legs, but also in ASEAN legs as well.
Yeah.
We are now, from 1 January, actually dealing with the reality of the ASEAN-China FTA, Free Trade Agreement.
Right, indeed.
But you think, okay, we can do it by country or people in general? I think Thailand perhaps has had an FTA with China since, what, 2003?
Correct.
Relatively used to the impact by now. We suffered a lot at the beginning, and now things seem to have levelled out. Are all the other ASEAN members feeling equally as positive?
No, not at all.
Not
because
so much.
Thailand, of course, is very unique from every perspective in the world. You know, when every time I go outside Thailand, I realize it even more. You know, I was in Europe in freezing -10 and -15 degree temperatures, and I was saying, oh, I want to go back to sunny Thailand. So not only the warmth, Thailand is a pretty open economy. Okay. I mean, that we all know, but maybe sometimes you don't realize it compared to many countries. You know, take for example Indonesia, which is the biggest, right? So for them, they're already there is a lot of noise in Indonesia that the China FTA is going to, you know, hurt them badly. Their government has written to China to renegotiate the FTA, and lots of cries. And China is trying to reassure them, don't worry, it will be good, and blah blah. So different countries are reacting differently. As you said rightly, Thailand is used to it, and Thailand, I think, Thailand and China, I think, has a very special relationship in many ways. Okay, and in terms of affinity, you know, if you ask people in China, I mean, in terms of which country they want to visit, also, you know, Thailand is way up at the number one. So if you take Thailand aside, but other countries have to adjust to the reality. Yes, not everybody is reacting equally, but it's a done deal. I mean, Surin Pitsuwan was saying that, you know, China is the world's factory. So you don't compete with the factory, but you feed the factory. A supply chain. What ASEAN can be. That's the point. That's the way to look at it. You know, you want to make a broom. The China is going to make 1 billion broom, okay? So you can no way compete, because it's going to, you make a broom at 10 cents, China will make it at 2 cents. So you don't compete with the broom. So maybe you supply something for the broom. You know, that's the analogy.
Or come up with a better broom.
You can't. Price-wise, you cannot compete. Volume-wise, you cannot compete. That's China. True.
So a very interesting story, really. And so you think that these protection measures that Indonesia are considering, this is noise, or they're actually going to do something?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, we have to also understand for countries, you know, within AFTA, which is the ASEAN Free Trade Area, which also came into being, you know, everything simultaneously came into being on the 1st of January. People don't realize, you know, when you, me, everybody who lives in ASEAN is going to be impacted by this, as a consumer, as a company, as everybody. This is not being brought home yet, but it will be brought home. You know what I mean? So think about it, because, you know, the duties say AFTA, ASEAN Free Trade Area. Among the ASEAN countries, the tariff has become zero on some thousands of products. Thousands of products, okay? As of 1st of January 2010. There are 10 countries, but this is applicable only on 6 countries. Why the 4? Because the 4 who joined later, like Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, have been told that you can keep your barriers
a little bit longer,
because you joined late and your economy is not developed. So even within ASEAN, they have to make, you know, adjustments. And if we may, I mean, if we are running out of time and if we may be coming to an end, I would like to just draw attention to an event that we are doing on the 12th of March. Save Our Planet.
And this is at the new beautiful Radisson Hotel in Satorn, running all day from 9 a.m. through 5:30 in the afternoon. So what's the focus here?
Yeah. The focus is Copenhagen. Post-Copenhagen, there was this assertion in Copenhagen that Copenhagen failed because of Asia, because of China.
For those of you wanting more information between the issues, you can always go to www.ASEANAffairs.com. Wonderful website with lots of updates throughout the month. Thank you very much for joining us on Morning Talk once again.
My pleasure.